Hey Thunder Ridge teachers, it's Phil Gilsdorf with the Canvas implementation team. I wanted to make this video because in doing my trainings over the last week and prior, I had a miscommunication from Canvas and I wanted to make sure I clarify this is also one of the most common things that everyone's going to do, so it doesn't hurt just to have a quick video to go over it regardless, okay? So this is going to be allowing students to make a copy of a Google document. Now, they can always go into File, blah, 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 but this is an easier way for them, makes it very straightforward for them. So what you want to do, let's say we're going to create an assignment. So let's start here. New assignment, I'm just going to call it test. All right, I'm going to click publish just so I don't forget, but I'm going to go ahead and go into the document, or excuse me, into the assignment, and I need to edit it. Okay. So in here, I'm going to say, all right, so please read the article and answer the questions, upload and submit your file when you are done. All right, so I previously mentioned that we can embed documents. You can embed documents, but it's going to make it a little bit more complicated for the students to actually ultimately get their own copy of the document. So there was a communication error there. I apologize for pushing that forward. But let's go ahead and go through how we can actually do what we are seeking to do. So what you want to do from this point is go ahead and go to the document itself. So I'm going to go to my drive, and this is the article questions that I want to use. So I'm opening that. So there's two components of what I'm going to go over that we want to take note of. Number one is we want to make sure our document is accessible to the students, and we want to make sure that we provide it to Canvas in a way that it's going to understand so that it's easy for the students, okay? So the first thing is we want to look up here in this corner where it says share, and so you want to make sure that the icon looks like this, and it says DCSD, anyone in this group with the link can open. If it doesn't say that, here's how to change it. You click on the share button. Down here, you'll see mine says DCSD, anyone within this group with the link can view. If I need to change that, I click change, and then you can drop down so that it is DCSD, and you want it to be viewer. So if yours is set to anything else, you want it to be viewer, because otherwise the students can actually edit your master document. You don't want editing rights there. It needs to just be viewing rights. This, I believe, is the default for all of our Google Drive documents. So that is likely the default unless you have changed it to something else, okay? So then you click done, make sure that it is accessible to the student. Second thing we want to get on this document is the actual link to the document. So up here in the address bar, you want to click on that, copy that link. Now go back to Canvas. And now that we're going to be using the link rather than using some sort of external tool, we want to click on the button that says links, which is a couple chain links together, external links. And I want the text of the button to say, click here to make a copy of the questions, or whatever. I could just title it what it is, doesn't matter. And then you want to paste that URL or that address that you copied from the document into this box, okay? But don't hit done yet. This is the other flash. This is the other thing we want to make sure we do, okay? We have to change one word in this URL. Now, I know we're not computer programmers, but luckily it's the last word. Notice that the last word says edit, which means when you click on that link, it is trying to edit the document. Well, I have editing turned off. We don't want that. So what I want to do is change that word edit to copy. So now I've changed it so that the computer and the URL will understand what we're trying to do here, and I'm going to show you what it's going to do. All right, so done. So there's the link. I'm going to finish my assignment by putting point values, etc. Since the students are going to be submitting a Google Doc, I need to make sure that I have online submission turned on, which is standard. And we want to make sure that they can do file uploads because they're going to need to upload their document. They're typing into the document and it has to be uploaded. So we have to click on File Uploads. You can make any other adjustments you need to at that point. I got to get creative down here because my camera's over the Save button. Perfect. So now that we're done, we can click Save and it's ready to go. It's published and it's ready to go. So I'm going to switch to Safari because in Safari I have a test student right now. So I'm going to go to that course and go to the assignment. And now I see that the button is active. It says click here to make a copy of the questions. So I'm going to click there as the student. What it does now, it pops up with this screen and says, would you like to make a copy? Well, yeah, I would like to make a copy. Once you click make a copy, it has saved this document on their drive. They can now go into it and define oxidation as the losing of electrons, etc. They can add pictures. They can do whatever they want to this document because it is their document. When they're done, they would go back to submit the assignment. So to submit the assignment, they'll click Submit. Google Drive, Google Doc is where they're going to find it. I'm just going to click on Google Doc because I know it works there. And at first, it may ask them to authorize. That's something they're going to see pretty much across the board. Anything with Google in Canvas, they have to click Authorize and just click Allow. So now I'm going to say, okay, here's the copy of the questions. There's my Google Drive right there, so I can click on what I need. Submit assignment. And if you guys haven't seen, it does this fun little thing on the screen, like little confetti falling when they submitted assignment, and it's good to go. Okay. So again, to review, in order to do that, instead of embedding a Google Doc, which is what I said originally, I'm very sorry, you do want to link it, and you have to just change that last word of the URL from edit to copy. All right, so I am going to be putting a sign outside my door if you guys need questions specifically on this, especially since I'm the one that made the video that had the wrong information, so I'll take responsibility for helping anyone that has questions. But feel free to stop by at those times and ask questions if you need any more help. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a great day.